Hello, this is a video of me reading Genesis 2. From the text that is the King James, probably be some heavy edits. Okay, here we go. So this is chapter 2 of Genesis. Okay. Thus, the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day, God ended his work, which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created, you guessed it, and made. These are the generations of the heavens and the earth when they were created in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. But there went up a mist from the earth, from the earth, from the earth, from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted, and became into four heads. The name of the first is Pison. That is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. And the gold of that land is good, and it is bdellium, and the onyx stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon, the same as that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is it that goeth toward the east of Syria. And the fourth river is Euphrates. And the Lord God took the man, and put him in the garden of Eden, to dress it and keep it. And the Lord God commanded of the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die. And the Lord God said, It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an help meet for him. An help meet, as in like someone to hang out with and help him, you know, in his day-to-day kicking around, being the only person around. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field, and every fowl of the air. And to the fowl of the air, and out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field, and every fowl of the air. And to the fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam. Weird repeats and shit, anyway. And out of the ground, why is this such a hard fucking verse for me to fucking say? And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field, and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And Adam gave names to all the cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, Whoa, man, you just fucking pulled a rib out of me and turned it into a person. That's amazing. Whoa, man. You know? Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. And that's the end of it. Okay, so yeah, what have I got to say about that? So far, what's going on? Adam is not allowed to eat from the tree of life or good and evil? I don't know. Anyway, the thing I wanted to say about this was that I reckon, like, if there's like a good analogy for like proper, like fucking, like what I'm trying to get at here, I don't know, wait, because like, sort of the rest of this sort of like little thought actually happens in chapter 3, because So at this stage, God is like pretty benevolent, like he's just making shit, being cool, you know. But yeah, like the tree that I'm sitting under, one of them, is actually an Araucaria bid-willi, and there's like Araucaria bid-willi fossils deep in the record, deep. You know, Araucarias are like the oldest, biggest big tree, like the big ones. And this particular one, like, you know, this kind, they make these like big nuts, you know, like, or like pine cones, but they're like solid. They're not like shitty, bigger than my head, you know, and they can sort of come apart. Yeah, anyway. Like, I've seen them on the tree, and I've seen them falling on the ground, but I've never eaten them myself. What I'm trying to get at here is that it's not that, like, so, another thing about the bunya nuts is that they're so big and they're big as your head, and if you walk underneath them and one falls on you, you will die. So you die. They're like 4 or 5 kilos, and they can fall from like 50 meters high. So you die, you know, and that would be a pretty shitty thing. And it would be an act of God if it happened. And it probably happened a bunch of times, all the time, you know? It's just like, that not, like, you know, when, cause like, Isaac Newton didn't die when the fucking apple fell on his head. But, you know, maybe some, you know, dude, antediluvian style, walking under a bunya nut, and it falls on his head, and his wife is like, what the fuck? You know? And like, resents, I don't know, stuff, and then religion happens. And women? No. I think that's it. It literally says, you guessed it. This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Like, what the fuck?